You're packed on a bus, barely moving through the traffic, wasting half your day. But other tourists who actually understand how Kyoto transport works are already at the next temple. So what are you doing wrong? And what's the smarter strategy? Well, let's understand Kyoto transport first. The subway is the backbone and does a lot of heavy lifting. You've also got several railways running east, west, and north-south. Then there's the extensive bus network across the city that fills in the gaps. Of course, you've got taxis. Now, where most Kyoto visitors mess up is they make the same 3 mistakes. First, they move around Kyoto too much. People underestimate just how big Kyoto actually is. I've worked with clients who plan to visit temples on opposite sides of the city like they were actually next-door neighbours. And this means people dash around the city far too much. They try to see lots of different things in different areas and end up wasting a ton of time. Second, 90% of visitors completely overuse buses. They assume the bus is the best default for sightseeing, so they buy the one-day pass to save money but waste all their time lining up, being stuck in traffic, or taking buses that go straight to the destination but are incredibly slow, because direct doesn't mean efficient. Last, almost everyone just flat out ignores better alternatives. Often people don't want to walk even when it's the quickest way, or they refuse to pay for taxis, or they ignore railways because they bought a one-day bus and subway pass and think the world will end if they don't get their money's worth. Spoiler, it won't. So now we know where everyone is going wrong, let me show you how to do it the right way with my Kyoto Transport Commandments. I feel like there should have been a fanfare for that. And yes, there are only 5. There wasn't enough stone. Just get close fast. Railways and subways do this way better than buses. Bus last or not at all. Try to avoid taking buses until you absolutely have to. Bus journeys slow down because of traffic and when lots of people are getting on and off. And this is why direct buses over long distances are so bad, as well as giving you a guided tour of traffic. You also want to avoid wasting time waiting in long lines, just like you get outside Kyoto Station. Use taxis strategically. Recently, I was going to one of the more remote temples and the direct bus would have taken 45 minutes. But taking the subway and then a taxi cut this in half to 22 minutes. The driver even took me right up to the temple entrance. See, taxis dramatically speed up sightseeing, especially in this city, so don't be afraid to use them. Think in clusters. Planning sightseeing in clusters dramatically reduces transport time. For example, if you take the subway up to see Nanzenji, you can then walk up the path of philosophy to reach Ginkakuji. And also, you can see Eikando and Hononin on the way. Save the bus for getting back to downtown when all your sightseeing is done. Think sideways. If you think sideways, there's often a better route. For example, instead of going straight to the Golden Temple on a jam-packed bus, go to Arashiyama first on the train. Then, in the afternoon, jump on the Randen tram to Kitano Hakubaicho. From there, the Golden Temple is an easy 18-minute walk or 3 minutes by taxi. No need for buses at all. So you're thinking, that's great, Andrew, but how can I actually use this stuff for my trip? Well, let's look at some of the common routes. And don't worry about pausing the video to take screenshots. I've made a little PDF cheat sheet of everything. The download link is in the pinned comment. So you want to see the geisha area called Gion and Kiyomizu Temple, and it's tempting to take the bus from right outside Kyoto Station. Now you could waste all your time queuing up and getting stuck in traffic on what is one of Kyoto's most notoriously congested streets. But remember, direct does not mean efficient. Instead, take the subway up to Higashiyama Station. From here, Gion is a 10-minute walk away. And once you've gone around Gion, either walk for 20 minutes to Kiyomizu Temple or take a cab ride for a couple of minutes. Skip the buses, they'll be like sardine cans. So subway first, plus a short cab or walk, job done. Ginkakuji, or the Silver Temple, is a bit far from subway and railway lines, and the direct buses from Kyoto Station take about 45 minutes, plus the time spent lining up. Don't take the bait. Take the subway to Imidagawa, then switch to a number 203 bus. This will get you there in closer to 30 minutes, with much more of your sanity intact. So subway as far as we can, then bus for the last leg. Of course, we have to talk about the Golden Temple, aka Kinkakuji. Google Maps serve up a direct bus from Kyoto Station taking 47 minutes. But with queuing and traffic, you're going to have to think about that as 1 whole hour. Now, Google Maps loves recommending buses, but that's only because it's never had to stand inside one for 1 hour. Now, I'm pretty sure we can do a lot better than this. So hop on the subway to Kita-oji, then jump in a cab right outside the station. This route will get you there in around 25 minutes total, less than half the time of that bus ride. So subway first, then strategic taxi. Now, I've put more routes on the PDF cheat sheet. Go check the link down in the pinned comment if you want to get that. So these 5 rules are the only things you need to get ahead of almost every other Kyoto tourist. But let's get practical for a moment. What do you actually need? Well, an IC card, Google Maps, a taxi app like GoTaxi or Uber. That's kind of optional though. And then of course, shoes that won't cripple you. That's really all. A lot of Kyoto videos recommend that you buy the 1-day subway and bus pass, but this is often dumb advice because if you follow my rules, you won't take the subway and bus enough to justify getting it. It'll just be a waste of money. Plus, IC cards make things so much simpler than that pass, because you can use IC cards to pay for all of the different buses, all the trains, all the subways, as well as taxis. So go pack some comfy shoes, download my full Kyoto transport cheat sheet, and go enjoy Kyoto the smart way. See ya. No, I'm not going to say that. That's rubbish. You see, the thing is, direct doesn't mean efficient.